It's a nice little weekend because UFC 312, and they have the Super Bowl 59.
Let's bring up the UFC. Let's talk a little bit about these fights. I'd like to get your picks.
Haven't we already talked about it?
Nope.
Did we talk about it on Monday, Chin?
Nope.
I think we did talk about it a little bit, yeah.
We didn't talk about Duplessis. We didn't talk about this fight.
We got a good UFC.
We didn't talk about
tournament.
Dricus Duplessis and Sean Strickland too. And we didn't talk about these fights.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So talk about it.
Well, you know, let me say this about this card. We're going to be doing a lot of talking.
It's a terrible card. Unfortunately, the UFC has turned into boxing where they stack the top and then the rest is trash. But here, compared to last week's fight night, which everyone's like, oh, it's so good, guarantee this will be more exciting. More finishes all day. Like that heavyweight fight, you're talking about two undefeated guys. Like there's some fun stuff on there.
Zhang Weili with Tatiana Suarez.
I got Tatiana.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Why? Striking?
No, wrestling. Should dominate wrestling. Dominate. Strickland DDP is interesting. I mean, look, your main event and co-main event are probably going decision. The only way is you see a finish if DDP lands a big shot. The only way you see a finish in the co-main event if Tatiana Suarez gets a submission. Both could happen.
Yeah.
The odds are that both of them go to decisions. DDP, Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
It's a case of DDP's team studying the film where technically he won the last fight. I thought he lost. But either way, he has so much room for improvement, and I don't see how much more Sean can do to win that fight. He's not going to take him down. He's not going to hit him with big shots. It's not what he does. He's going to fight the exact same way, and DDP has...
So easier to plan, or...
DDP has the ability to make a few adjustments and win the rounds more clear.
What are the adjustments that you'd have him make, do you think?
Just more takedowns. You could easily win some of those rounds that swayed Strickland's way last time with more takedowns. He had a great game plan where he knew Strickland was going to come on like a tidal wave, like he gets stronger as the rounds go on. So he made sure he won the first and second round, really solidified the first, second round. Then he took it a little easy in the third, a little easy in the fourth, and really came out in the fifth round. Yeah. So he'll be able to tweak that. He just has more. He just has more to tweak.
Does Strickland have Pereira in his corner? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, which doesn't help at all because he doesn't speak English. It's fun to say.
Yeah.
It's fun to say he's in your corner.
Yeah,
doesn't speak English.
Doesn't throw a lot of kicks. He'll check.
No, Pierre throws kicks.
No, I'm saying Strickland. He checks kicks.
No, he checks kicks.
Well.
Yeah, he doesn't throw kicks.
Yeah.
But also, there couldn't be a guy to worse mimic DDP than Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira is a very calculated, strategic, methodical striker. DDP is very unconventional, can't duplicate, stronger than Alex. Just a complete different fighter.
He is, isn't he?
He's a monster.
He's
Isn't
a
there
monster.
a rumor he hates him too?
Alex hates DDP, but doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter though.
DDP?
Who knows?
And by the way, DDP, not DDP, Alex cornered Strickland against DDP the first time, so it's not
I don't know what's a big thing.
Yeah, it's not news.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't
It's not going to help him.
Right. What is the idea there? Is it just little details?
Shows that they're buddies. No, there's nothing Alex can really do. Good luck intimidating DDP.
No. Is he seeing things that maybe Strickland could do that's different? Is that what's going on?
It's
throw
tough.
more kicks, setups.
Good luck. It's good luck because Strickland, the reason why he's so successful is his defense. The issue with that is his defense is so good, but he's not a power puncher and he doesn't capitalize when he gets out of the way. And then also, he throws he's landed more punches, but he throws so much volume, almost like an Nate Diaz on steroids. And I'm not saying Strickland on steroids, but he has such volume punching. And then DDP throws punches, and Strickland fights at a distance where it might not hit him, but it looks like they're landing because he's blocking a lot of the shots.
Yes,
but the judges don't
like
know
that.
what the fuck they're looking at, so they give him the rounds of DDP, you know? So you have to take that in consideration.
Yeah.
Okay, so his fighting style, maybe he's not getting hit, but he's in hitting distance. They can't see whether the back's to him or they don't know what the fuck they're looking at, which most don't.
I love watching Sean fight. I love that boxing, that Philly shell he's got sort of thing. I think he's...
It doesn't make for an exciting fight.
I
appreciate the defense.
I
appreciate it. I don't have an issue watching him.
Right.
I'm saying from a casuals, like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
Right.
And he's just he's not a guy who finishes fights. He's not a finisher.
So do you think he does? Do you think he's making any adjustments?
There's not much at his age. There's not much you can do against a guy like DDP. That's why I think you would give the edge to DDP. DDP's a motherfucker. I think DDP mollywops Hamzat too. I think he's a nightmare for Hamzat.
Really? I think Hamzat has all the wrestling. I think Hamzat gives him big problems wrestling.
How's he finish him?
I think
Doesn't submit him.
I think that I think I can see Hamzat
Getting his back.
behind him and raining shots down. Now, does that finish DDP? You're talking about a rugged, very strong guy, but I do
Probably
think,
the most durable guy.
yeah, I think that Hamzat
Now,
keeps him on the ground.
when you talk about grappling, remember DDP's a guy who entered it's like last man standing. They call it shark rounds, last man standing. So you stay as long as you can to submit people. He entered a tournament that was like that, was filled with Gracie black belts, submitted all of them.
He submitted all of them.
You're talking about a complete savage.
A savage.
Savage. And
He must be physically weirdly
do you know how big he is? He's huge, dude.
Well, he's so dense.
He can fight.
So thick.
For like him going to 205, it's like all
Easily.
day.
Easily.
So I think for DDP,
how does he get down?
science.
Yeah.
So I think DDP probably beats Strickland, beats Hamzat, and then goes up and fights at 205. That's how it goes for him.
I would
DDP's just
say
so
that, I would
raw
say
and his cardio's good now.
yeah.
Good luck.
I would say Hamzat. I think Hamzat takes him down all day, and I think Hamzat wins that.
Here's the
I don't
thing.
think
So everyone thought that about Kamaru Usman and
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns. Here's the thing about Hamzat.
he gets
How do you
tired.
think Hamzat does in the fourth and fifth round?
And DDP is
Because all his fights, if they go past the second, he really
Yeah.
tailors off.
Yeah, that's right.
DD or Strickland for that. Strickland
that's-
could easily win this fight. Strickland, Hamzat, Hamzat better get him out in those first two rounds. That third, fourth,
he
and
better
fifth can be a
wrestle him.
fucking nightmare.
Yes, that's right.
Third, fourth, and fifth can be a nightmare.
Yeah, you don't want to stand and bang with.
And those guys are so good. Good luck finishing them in the first, second round, especially a guy like DDP, who's well versed on the ground and
Yeah.
get him down, and he's
Yeah.
bigger than you and stronger,
Yeah.
and hits like a Mack truck. And Hamzat gets hit.
He must
I got
hit
DDP.
very hard.
I get the hardest.
Oh,
He's a fucking nightmare, man. There's a reason why he's a fucking champ, dude. KSI champ,
there's a reason.
champ in the UFC. Good luck, undefeated. Good fucking luck, dude.
well, a lot of it's his
And
mindset.
he's a brute.
A lot of it's his mindset.
They all got good mindsets, but
he just yeah, they all do. But
they all do.
He fucking comes alive.
No, it's
man.
his X factors. He's a really big dude. He's unconventional. Hits like a Mack truck, and has good cardio.
Yeah.
and he can dictate where the fight
He's
goes.
an unlikely champion in many
He's
ways
just
if you
good,
saw
and
him.
he's fucking just really good at everything. Just a savage.
Yeah, but he is durable. You got to remember, Adesanya beat on him for 4 fucking rounds, and he just kept coming forward. He's gonna connect. He's gonna connect. If you stand and bang with him, he's gonna connect.
He didn't really connect on Strickland, but yeah, Strickland's a hard one to hit.
Yeah, he is.
It's gonna be interesting what the UFC does with Strickland if he did lose this fight. The most people want DDP versus Hamzat, and the reason he didn't get it is because of Hamzat's scheduling and places he can fight. I know DDP want Hamzat too, so they put Strickland in there, which I don't mind because I thought Strickland won that fight, so immediate rematch makes sense. But
I'm rooting for Strickland. I just want to see him win the belt again.
I like both guys.
Yeah.
I like both guys. I'm rooting hard for Tatiana Suarez. That's my girl. She's a
My
beast.
my guess is that DDP is going. DDP is in his prime. Like he's going to get better and better. I think, or not necessarily better and better. You can see him being the 85-pound champion for a lot of reasons.
I think he's only there for another 1 or 2 fights.
Because he
205.
can't. Because
no, he can.
weight cuts
There's just
advantage.
more money at 205. Being
Yeah.
a double champ, you make more money.
Yeah.
And it also think if he knocked Strickland out cold and then called Alex Pierre in the ring, was like, "You meet 205."
I mean,
my
that'd be
money.
pretty awesome. Now, what do you think about that? That's a lot to handle.
It's tough to gauge on DDP because you always think he's gonna get lit up, and then he's a fucking problem.
He's not close to the striker Alex
No,
Pierre is.
no,
And,
he's not. Hey,
he's going to get caught.
No, but he's not close to the striker Strickland is. He's not close to Izzy is. He's not
Right.
close to Darren Till is.
yes,
Beats
yes.
all of them.
Yes, but
Beat all of them.
Pierre hits differently.
For sure.
And he kicks differently.
For sure. Now Izzy beat him.
Izzy beat him.
Yes.
Which was why Izzy is greatness. But
And DDP can wrestle now, and he's good cardio, and he hits very hard,
wrestling
and
is,
he's not traditional.
yeah.
So when you get a guy like Alex Pierre, who's used to his technique so fucking good at a high level,
Gonna stand right in your grill too.
and when you get a guy like DDP where he's throwing shots that you're really not training to, you've been training since you're a kid, you're not seeing shit like that.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
And he has a champion mentality. Good fucking
Yeah,
luck,
you
man.
start eating those shots though from Pereira. Oof. Those kicks, those punches, just bigger.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You're gonna see a guy who's just as strong as
DDP's bigger than Alex. Oh no. Yeah, Alex ain't as strong as DDP.
You don't think so?
No.
I think Alex probably feels different than everybody.
Oh no.
He's so big, Bubba.
You have
He's
no
so
idea how big DDP is.
But Alex is big.
He's tall.
He's thick, Bubba. He looks like he's made of fucking, I don't know, like a different kind of material. He really does.
The UFC DDP when he's not cutting, he's massive. Dude.
Really?
The biggest middleweight we have. He's huge, dude.
How does he get down? How the fuck
The
does he
professionals, dude.
do it? That's but you'd think. But so when you
Alex-
suck
so
that
think
kind
about
of
Alex
weight,
got down.
yeah. But when you suck that kind of weight, you gas, and he doesn't gas.
He had an issue before, but he figured it out. So imagine DDP not cutting, going to 205, even stronger. Chin's even better. Hits even harder.
More endurance.
Good fucking luck, man. He's going to be around for a hot second. Better get on the train. He's a fucking problem.
Looking forward to
He doesn't look conventional, and then some of his stuff is sloppy, and his head's over his feet. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for it. What do you got, Chin?
Let's go with this one first. Sure.
All right, let me find it.
Since we're just talking about Strickland here.
You can talk about it, and then I'll find it.
So there's a recent press conference, guys. Strickland just went off on Hamzat and called him a WH blank.
a whore.
I don't
It's a
wanna
weird
say
thing
it.
to call somebody. Let me see.
But the Chechen whore Chimaev. Hey, we need to talk about this. One more thing before we get out of here. We need to talk about Mr. Chimaev. All right, let's talk about this guy. I keep hearing Chimaev this, Chimaev this, Chimaev that, but what does the history and facts say about Chimaev? And you guys are media, you should know this. Chimaev fled Chechnya with his family because, an oppressive warlord dictator that killed people indiscriminately. No hate on him. It's your country. Goes back. He goes back to Chechnya. He goes back to Chechnya because somebody wants to buy him a G-Wagon. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be that. I'll do it. I'll bend the knee for you, man. I like G-Wagons. And then what happens? The leash gets way too tight. And you know what? I think the U.S. government kind of looks at him like a terrorist now. Why? Because people get murdered all the time in Chechnya and they completely violate human rights. So now Chimaev's scared of like, oh man, dude, I wanted to be a whore, but I didn't want to go full tip. Now he flees to somewhere in the sand pit. And now he's hiding out in the sand pit. And now what does he do? Chimaev, what does he do? He has a Bitcoin scam, and he scams all his fans. Let me tell you guys something. I had the same Bitcoin scam offered to me. It was like 200,000, and I was saying, dude, I'm not going to scam my fans. I don't need money that bad. But that's what Chimaev did. So, yeah, Chimaev, you can fight. You can fight. You got a beard. But let history record it as.
You got a beard?
You, sir, are a You fled a country, you went back and you got buddy with a dictator and you fled again. Doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are and will always be a
I like the mustache. on
Thoughts?
Sean,
post.
I like him. I've always liked Sean Strickland. I
Yeah.
just like him in general.
Yeah.
And I think at heart, Sean seems like a really good guy. Like he seems like a nice guy. He's a fighter. He's an unruly. I think of Sean way more as a fighter than an athlete in a lot of ways too. As athletic as he is and as good as a fighter, he's just a fighter, and and he's also colorful. I think a lot of what Sean says is tongue in cheek shit. Like he does the media game pretty well. You ever seen him when he was younger with long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he had great hair.
Oh, he's a real dime piece.
What?
His
You ever
nickname
seen him?
was-
Bring
his
him
name
up for
Tarzan. It was like
bring him up
Tarzan.
for our girl here, and
He
I
was
want to
handsome.
get your take on this
Super
guy.
handsome.
Handsome as shit.
Yeah, super handsome.
Good looking fucking kid.
I like bald dudes though, so let's see.
Well, he's a good looking motherfucker. Look at him right there. You tell me he's not good looking. I mean, that's a good looking kid right there. No, go. Yeah.
He looks great there.
I mean, come on.
he looks like Scott Stapp from Creed.
He's a movie star. The kid right there. Go down there, Chin. Go down.
I wish you had your pointer, man.
See the one right fucking. So go right.
Bun?
No, the next one. Yeah, right there.
No.
That's a good looking kid
No.
right there. Come on. What do you mean no?
Bald's better.
Jaw line, great hair. Looks like a fucking
great. He looks
surfer.
great.
God damn, that's a good looking kid.
I like the bald.
I think Sean too is building the fight him versus Hamza. It's smart. Whatever angle you got to take.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yep.
But yeah, there's
He's there with a
there's definitely
horse.
something going on with Hamzat and his visa and coming to America. He'll be able to get here now because of Trump and Dana's relationship. But
Hold on,
before,
Hamzat posted
something was fishy. And the reason you don't see DDP fighting Hamzat, which most of the fan base wanted, is because Hamzat, whatever, it didn't work out. For some reason he couldn't travel. So it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But I'd root for Strickland all day over Hamzat.
Yeah.
And DDP over Hamzat.
Yeah.
End of the day, though, they got to fight.
Where's he trained, bub?
Who?
Strickland?
Strickland's in Vegas. Here in Vegas. Nick Six. Great coach. Probably the best.
Really?
Yeah. Amazing coach.
Where did he learn? Is that where he learned strike? I mean, he learned striking, but his striking is really high level. His
His
boxing.
defenses.
Yeah, his defense. Yeah.
There, that's what Hamza posted.
Why are you baby crying all the time? Father didn't give you love, or he showed his love to you too much.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. That's his dad?
That's not.
I
dad-
imagine I didn't do the
dad looks
research, but
pretty
I imagine
brutal.
that's his dad.
Dad looks pretty like a.
And then he heard
brutal guy.
about the stories with
Yeah, his
abuse
dad
from his-
molested him,
yeah.
right?
Jesus Christ. I don't like that. I don't like bringing shit like
But
that.
Sean's going at Hamzat hardcore. That's why Hamzat.
That's why
this.
Sean's, yeah.
Yeah.
Careful what you ask for, though. But it just builds it. Unfortunately, like in this dark MMA world, so he goes, you see a gay-looking kid with long hair. You're actually seeing is a gay-looking kid with long hair who's trying to hide from a life of hate and anger. Most of you cannot imagine the level of hate and anger I had in me growing up. Some of you know what it's like.
Yeah, they're getting deep in this one.
I get it, man.
Just builds the fight.
Yeah. His dad looks like a brutal human being. There's some real evil out there.